Thank you, Anthony. Yes, it was. That was my introduction. That I did the workshop with you here in this very room. So I figure, if this goes well, that's because of my talent and skill, and if it doesn't, there's the guy who can't teach. Just there. He's already sneaking off. That's how confident he is. Anyway, I love it here at the Empire. I was here only about a week ago. I was trying out for a part in an upcoming musical that's on, Shrek the Musical. And I mean, I'm thinking, Shrek, that's me. So I went for the part of Shrek, but they didn't give it to me. They gave me the part of Donkey. Anyway, that's it. A show's a show, and I'll get on with it. So Anthony says that the first thing I've got to do as an unknown person is to introduce myself. So I'm Murph, live up in Highfields, and yay!
Highfields Facebook page.
That was going to be my next thing. I'm the guy behind that fence on Highfields Road. Look it up if you don't know anything about it. So is there anyone here because of me pumping the hell out of this show on my own little fence Facebook page?
Yes.
One. Okay. Maybe I'm not the master marketer that I thought I was, but anyway. So continuing my introduction, I live up at Highfields with my beautiful partner Karen. I won't embarrass her. Yes, well, she's over there. And yeah, we have a great life up there. I mean, only this morning I was sitting on the edge of the bed, pulling off my boxes, and she said, "Murph, you really do spoil those dogs." So now you know where I live, my mother, and you know that I'm weird, very, very sick and weird. Anyway, so that's the introduction part of the thing. As you can see, I'm a bit of an old bastard, and I was born back in the 60s, and in the 70s, I remember like the phones were that big, and but the phone numbers were two numbers in my phone number back then, 72. Now my phone number's about this one, +61 043, something with a Powerball number of 12 at the end, and the phones have got really look at the phones now. They've got very small. In the 80s, I remember in the 80s I was sent a telegram by an old weird auntie. I said, congratulations on something I must have done right at the time. Don't really know why or what, not why. And nowadays, SMS, and my boys get the shits with me if I ring them instead of SMSing them. So no more telegrams. We've got this. In the 90s, kids started coming along, and we all had these big ass cameras about this big, just recording everything we could. And we never watched it again, but we recorded. Nowadays, there it is. There's the phone, and there's my camera too. And it's amazed me how these things have got smaller and smaller and smaller, until the day we worked out we could watch porn on them. Look at that big boy. Yes. So that was that. As an old bastard, my body's starting to fall to bits a bit now. Hang on. Anthony, the run sheet said sympathetic audience. Hang on, we'll do it properly. My body's starting to fall to bits now. See, it wasn't that hard. Anyway, I was at work, 3 or 4 months ago, and needed to go and do a wee, so I went to the toilet, because that's where you go, and I was having my wee, and I looked down, and I looked down, looked around, not sure why I looked around, because I was the only one in there, but I looked down, there was some blood down there. And I thought, oh God, what am I going to do? Do I call the doctor? Do I send a telegram? I take a photo! As you do. You've got to take a photo with these things. I take a photo, and I said, right, I better go and see a doctor about this. And so I better go and see a doctor ASAP. Well, not quite ASAP. That afternoon, I'd already committed to watching the 6 Shrek movies as a bit of a background work, a bit of research, because research is important. So I want to really get that part, or keep that part. So I said, right, okay, better go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, and I walked in there and said, doctor, haha, look at that. And he looked at me, yeah, that's fascinating. I'm very interested in that. Can you send me the link to that Pornhub page? No. This bit. And he says, oh, well, we better have a scan. So I went and got a scan, and eventually got called back into the office, a bit like going back to the principal's office. Go back to the office and had a look at the picture, and we discovered a growth in my ladder, of which we called Gavin. Why Gavin? Back at uni, I knew a Gavin. He was small, he was annoying, and he needed to be removed quite often. So it's now called Gavin, or he was called Gavin. Anyway, so I said, okay, well, we better go and see the specialist. So off I go down, go and see the specialist. And a very straight looking man, just very serious. Anyway, it's, I said, oh, what are we doing? How are we doing that? He says, we are going to surgically remove Gavin. Well, he didn't say Gavin. Right? And I said, oh, okay, rightio. And I thought to myself, okay, that's okay. A bit of keyhole surgery, a bit of, a few days rest, tiny scar. And, I said, come on. And then all of a sudden, this straight man put a big smile on his face. Yes, not like that. We're going up, through the, I look down, oh my God. And this demented man's going, yes, we're going up that way. Anyway, we got that, so I said, he was, I said, gee. And then he said, but one point of clarification, we're in Toowoomba, and the cameras we use aren't as small as the ones they use in Brisbane. And all of a sudden I started thinking of these 1990s video cameras. And I went, oh my God, what's going to happen? And he goes, no, it's fine, sir, fine, Mr. Murphy. It's fine, done it 100 times, it won't be a problem. I said, look, I know it's not going to be a problem. Look, how do you reckon a guy who looks like Shrek gets the role of Donkey? Thank you.